One day, I was in the city of Boston, Massachusetts, and I was in the mood to try some food I'd never tasted before. I asked around, somebody told me about a restaurant that served food from the northeast African country of Ethiopia. I thought, great. I went into the restaurant, I looked at the menu, I ordered some food that sounded delicious to me. 10 minutes later, the waitress came out of the kitchen with a plate heaped high of the most delicious smelling food. But there was no silverware on the table. No forks or knives or spoons, not even any chopsticks. And I'm looking at the food and I'm thinking to myself like this, no way. She doesn't want me to eat this food with my hands. I didn't want to eat it with my hands. It was kind of a mushy food, kind of like a mashed potato consistency. And I was about to turn to the waitress and say, would you please get me some silverware, when she walked away. I think I was feeling a little shy because you could tell that this waitress had just recently immigrated to the United States, and I didn't call her back. She didn't speak enough English. I thought she'll get me some silverware. She went into the kitchen. 5 seconds later, she came back out. And instead of silverware, she had a second plate. It's a great big plate. On the plate was a whole stack of pancakes, but instead of them being about this big around, like ours usually are, they were that big around. Instead of them being thick, they were very, very thin, kind of like a burrito shell. And I found out that day that the way people eat food in Ethiopia is with this pancake called injera. They rip off a piece of the big pancake, they scoop up the food in the pancake, and they eat the pancake in the food too. It was totally delicious. My hands didn't even get dirty. And as I was walking down the street after eating that delicious meal, I was thinking how lucky I was to live in a place where people moved from all over the world. And then an idea popped into my head. I wondered what would happen if I put together a song that had some musical instruments or ways of playing musical instruments from around the world. And here's what came out. I'll show you 6 different musical traditions, 2 minutes. Moves fast, pay close attention. You ready? Here goes. No, my bow is not broken. I was in New York City. Saw a man playing the violin in a way I'd never seen on a street corner. I waited till he was done, and I went up to him. And I said, that was cool, what were you doing? And he said, where he grew up in the country of Yugoslavia, in the town and villages around where he lived, sometimes they would tune their violin in a different way, take the screw out of the bottom of the violin, take the bow apart, and wrap it around the violin like this. That let them play all 4 strings at once. Normally, violin players can only play 2 at once. So here you go. Boatman's the song, 6 musical traditions, 2 minutes. Boatman, sing, boatman, do most any old thing. Boatman, dance, boatman, sing, boatman, do most any old thing. Dance, boatman, dance, sing, boatman, sing. Dance, boatman, dance, boatman, do most any old thing. Boatman, do most any old thing. Boatman, dance, boatman, sing, boatman, do most any old thing. Boatman, dance, boatman, sing, boatman, do most any old thing. Dance, boatman, dance, sing, boatman, sing. Dance, boatman, dance, boatman, do most any old thing. Boatman, dance, boatman, sing, boatman, do most any old thing. Boatman, dance, boatman, sing, boatman. dance, Boatman sing, Boatman do my single thing. Boatman dance, Boatman sing, Boatman do my single thing. Dance, Boatman dance, sing, Boatman sing. Dance, Boatman dance.